Hi everybody, it's BB and I'm here with a project share / tutorial. I'm going to show you how I made this double bag / envelope for a swap. And I'm using the Graphic 45 Cafe Parisien collection. There you go. Okay. Very, very nice. And for this swap, we just had to make one bag, but it's so easy to make two and really get it stuffed in there. So I said, oh, what the heck, we'll make two. So the bags I'm using are from Recollections, and I chose the craft color. You know, they have many, many colors. And these ones are 9 1/4 by 4 3/4. And if you really wanted to go gung-ho, you could use the lunch size bags, or cutesy, you can use the miniature size bags. But it's very, very simple to do. The first thing you do is you take your bag and this flap right here, and you're just going to put adhesive, whether you like wet glue, score tape, whatever you use, hot glue, whatever you use. And you just glue that down. Then you take this piece here and you're going to put your paper. Now, to save on paper, you don't have to put it this whole measurement, because what you're going to do once you put your paper down is fold up this little flap, and that's what's going to make your pocket, as you can see here. Okay, so you're going to put your paper, then make your flap. So all you do for the flap is put your adhesive here and here. Okay, now in my experience, I prefer for this part to use wet adhesive, because if you use the tape, sometimes your items can get stuck on it. So you're going to glue this side and this side and just fold it up. Okay, and once that dries, you got your pocket. Then you would put your other paper here. So this, I chose a patterned paper and then this checkered paper that has the peach in it. And I did the same for the back. And all I did was make two of these. And glued the backs together. You can kind of see what I'm saying here. Glued the two together. And that's how I got this big envelope. Now, one of the things that you have to do with these swaps is really stuff this full. So what I did was put in a little gift. I put in these Hampton Art stamps that I had showed on a previous video. I got at the Dollar Tree. So what I did was put them in the back here. And I apologize, I have to step away for 1 second. My dog wants in, so hang on. Come on, girl, hurry up. Sorry about that. So that was one of the little goodies I put in. The second one that I put in is this little wand. Poof, I'm the Magic Craft Fairy. And these are very, very, very easy to make. I got these paper straws at Michael's a couple years ago, and I've just been hoarding them. And I used the little rosettes. And I made a large one, put a doily, made a smaller one, and put one of the little stamps that I cut out from the paper collection as the embellishment. Now, if you don't know how to make a rosette, it's very, very simple. Basically, you take a strip of paper, it can be 12 inches, 11 inches, whatever size paper you have. You could cut it at 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inches. What I did for this one to make it bigger, I did the large one at 2 and this one at 1.5. And you score depending on how tight you want your rosette, every 1/4 of an inch. If you want it a little bit bigger, you'd score it 1/2 an inch. Okay? You can see the score marks. And then you fold it like an accordion, and this is the part that takes the longest, and this is my least favorite part. So anyway, once you're done, you would glue the 2 pieces together like this. You'd glue the 2 ends together. Now, when I make these, I prefer to use hot glue. It just, for me, makes it easier. And I hope this works on camera. You're going to push it down. And what I do is normally use a non-stick craft sheet underneath, put some hot glue, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then put a little circle. So if you've got a little circle punch, or if you don't have a circle punch, you can take your glue, draw around it, washi tape, draw around it, cut out a circle. Just remember, if you don't have fancy tools, there's always something that you can do, and then glue the circle on there, and you've got your rosette. And what's cool about these is that if you want to, you could use stickles or glitter them up. If you have punches before you do the paper, you could punch this, give it a decorative edge. You could cut it out with pinking shears and give it a decorative edge. If you've got those scissors that look like waves, you can do it that way, give it a decorative edge. But that's how I made my little wand. So now that's going in there. Some other things I did, I took a really big tag and just covered it with paper from the collection. And I cut out the cut parts from the collection so they could use these for scrapbook materials, cards. Here's Happiness is a Good Book and a Cup of Coffee. So all of these